This is the video presentation for the CASE Introduction to Agriculture, Food, and Natural Resources course. As you view this video, be sure to make notes of important information. Feel free to pause, repeat, and resume the video whenever necessary. How soils are formed, starting from the ground up. Through separating the pieces and extracting air, you looked at soil makeup. This presentation provides a definition of soil and breaks down the 5 factors of soil formation. It also discusses the 4 processes that occur to physically develop soil and introduces soil erosion as a detrimental force to soil quality. Mineral matter doesn't just break apart spontaneously. Many outside forces cause it to happen. These 5 soil formation factors will be broken down during this presentation. Areas of high rainfall will produce more plant material and more microorganisms living in the soil. More organic matter is developed that will decay, accumulate, and change the properties of the soil. However, in high rainfall areas, soil may erode more quickly. Low rainfall areas, such as deserts, have very static soils because the lack of vegetation does not support many of the soil forming factors previously discussed. Warmer climates speed up biological and chemical changes in the soil. You could expect to find very deep and well-developed soils in areas with both moderate rainfall and warmer temperatures. Accumulated organic matter is a result of temperature and rainfall levels. Soil organisms also add organic matter and work to physically break down larger particles. Chemical reactions, such as those part of the carbon, nitrogen, or water cycles, are also impacted by organisms. The 5 factors are very interconnected. Parent material is the starting point of soil and can be transformed into soil over a long period of time. Climatic forces and organism exposure can accelerate the process of soil formation. Topography or landscape formations will also speed up the process of soil formation. Time is the variable. If the parent material is rock on top of a hill, the forces of gravity, along with the other factors mentioned, will eventually break down this parent material into soil. At the bottom of every hill, there is a stream, or at least a place for water to travel. Water movement is a major force in soil development. Steep grades accelerate water that lands on the surface, and water will accumulate energy as it flows downward. Flat grades tend to collect water and allow it to soak in the ground rather than run off the slope. This leaves sediments in the soil surface. These are important characteristics to remember as you investigate the classification of soil formation. The 4 means by which soil is formed. These are the result or cause of soil formation. In addition, occurs by the riverbank where a stream deposits sediment. Reductions are usually viewed as detrimental. Leaching occurs in areas with high rainfall. Nutrients and important minerals are washed through the soil profile, removing them from the reach of plant roots. Erosion is the physical removal of soil. Translocation happens within the soil profile. Leaching is a form of translocation. Transformation is when soil changes form in place. If no forces move parent material from one place to another, eventually parent material will break down into smaller particles and become more soil-like in structure. Erosion, the antagonist to soil formation, is the removal of soil. Whether soil washes away or blows away, mineral matter and organic matter are lost. What circumstances cause soil erosion? Pause the video to consider the question and record your thoughts in your notes. Resume the video to check your answers. How do your answers compare? Erosion happens. Soil scientists determine how much soil can be lost without adverse effects. These acceptable soil loss rates are set well below the potential soil replacement. But how do land stewards conserve soil? Soil can be protected by making sure sound management practices are followed. For water-related erosion, it is best to maintain some kind of vegetation or thick layer of organic matter on the surface to absorb water and lessen the impact. Vegetation will provide protection against the wind erosion as well, but in high wind areas, windbreaks, such as tree lines, are planted on the edge of fields to slow surface winds. What happens after the soil is gone? Again, pause the video and record your thoughts. Resume the video to compare your answers. Eroded soils become less efficient for growing crops, and in some cases, where the soil is shallow, only bedrock could remain, which would be unusable. At this point, the soil formation process, sometimes requiring hundreds or even thousands of years, begins all over. As a review, mark or highlight 3 key points in your notes that are important to remember from this presentation. List 2 ideas or concepts that relate to previous knowledge. List any questions you have about this topic. Discuss these questions with your instructor. Keep any notes you have from this presentation organized and available for use throughout the course. Through Moving Earth, you will conduct an investigation of soil deposition caused by water in order to understand the soil erosion results in the loss of quality topsoil and is a concern in the study of mineral soils. Your teacher will provide more instruction for setting up the investigation.